Okay, here is where we are right now. In your web server, grab the Stripe token in the post parameters submitted by your form. Once you do it, it's one simple call to charge the card with Stripe. So now I'm looking at the code right here, and I need to put it in, let's see. I need to put it in chargecreditcard.php. So that's where things stand right now. So let me go over what I have in chargecreditcard.php from top to bottom. First thing, include initialize.php. Second thing, I have a comment here which lets me know what a typical form submit would look like, what post variables I would have to work with. And here we have the redirect if this page load was not a result of a form being submitted. And next over here, this is the code that I pasted from Stripe's website. It starts right here and ends right here, and it's an exact copy. Okay, so all of it is expanded here. After watching the PHP Academy video yesterday, card payments for... Okay, I'm not sure which one of these videos it was, but based on what I saw in that video, it is my thinking that the code right here should go in my initialize.php. There's a possible negative ramification in that this will slow down my web app because not every page uses Stripe, but there seems to be a consensus on the web that that's the right place to put it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it over there. Here's what I did looks like. Okay, now we have the API key here. So we set the API key to my Stripe secret key, but my Stripe public key will be set in the HTML. So all of this is in initialize.php. And I took it out from over here, and it was right over here, okay? When the form is submitted, the JavaScript that Stripe supplies will allow us to know what the Stripe token is, what the Stripe token type is, and I believe the type, besides being a card, it could be an ID of the customer instead of their credit card. See, this token here now represents the card. We could otherwise, I believe, have a token which represents the customer themselves. And here we get the email address of the customer. Okay, so this is information that we have. This allows us to either charge the card or charge the customer. The customer may have more than one card, and we may not know which card they currently have as the default with Stripe for our use in charging them. This is just my understanding at this point. So obviously when we get to this point in the code, we already know that this page was reached because the Stripe form was submitted. So what we're gonna do here is take the Stripe token out of the post variable and put it in a regular variable. And we already know that this post variable exists because we already checked for that. So the next thing to do is to actually charge the card. Now, before I get into all the little minutia of the code from here to here, which involves a try and catch phrase or statement, I want to go and see if there's anything that Stripe says that can shed some light on this whole thing. So I'm going to be going over what they say over here. Right here. Also note that we've placed your secret API key in the code. This will authenticate you to Stripe. They are talking about what I put in. Okay, let me open initialize file. All right, they are talking about this line of code right here. Okay, this feeds my secret token or whatever, the secret API key. We've placed your test secret API key in the code. This will authenticate you to Stripe, and it's separate from your publishable key. Keep it secret and keep it safe. Remember to replace the test key with your live key in production. You can get all your keys from your account page. That's it. If the charge creation request succeeds and doesn't throw an error, the card has been successfully charged. You will receive your money in 2 days. Saving credit card details for later. Note, charging cards with Stripe is synchronous. Okay, I don't care. Saving credit card details for later. Stripe tokens can only be used once. But that doesn't mean you can't save payment information for your users. Stripe provides a customer abstraction that makes it easy to save this information for later. Instead of charging the card immediately, you can create a new customer object and save the card to that customer. This will let you charge the user at any point in the future.